The BFG-50 from Serbu Firearms, the legend. Let me go ahead and put a couple rounds through her, and then we'll come back and talk about her. The myth, the legend, the BFG-50 from Serbu Firearms. Now, I've had this gun for about a year, and I'll be honest, I have neglected it. I mean, I've put so many other rounds through so many other guns. This guy just kind of sits in my closet, and I thought, I need to bring this out today because I have only put about 15 rounds through it in the year that I've had it. So I'm going to try to get at least 10 or 15 more through it today, and then we'll see how she does, and we'll see how my shoulder does. I may not be doing this at the best time. I just filmed a video for some 50 Beowulf, so I may not have thought this through. 50 Beo and 50 BMG on the same day. We'll see how my shoulder holds up later. Legend has it that the 50 BMG cartridge was handed down from the heavens above to Moses, and this is what was carried in the Ark of the Covenant as the Israelites went into the land that God had promised them and conquered the people. Now, obviously, the Ark of the Covenant has been lost, and the 50 BMG was given again to Moses' descendant, John Browning, back in the 1900s. And this is what came out of it. It was initially developed by John Browning as an anti-aircraft cartridge. And now it's sitting here for me today to shoot out of the Serbu BFG-50. If my understanding of history is correct, Mark Serbu designed the BFG-50 sometime around the 1950s to 1960s. A lot of people don't know that Mark is actually very, very old. He actually requires that Edwin Sarkisian and Royal Nonsuch provide him with their young blood so that he can drink it and stay young. But the BFG-50 was first put into production in the late 90s, and here we are. It is still around. I have number 2,397. So this has been around for 20-some years. On average, they put out about 100 a year. But I know that they've been doing a lot more business lately because, let's be honest, everybody wants to have a 50 BMG in their collection. And let's just address the elephant in the room, per se. Yes, I have a $25 red dot on top of a $2,500 rifle. Why do you have that, you may ask? Well, it's because, look, I'm not shooting from 300 yards away. I'm literally 25, 30 yards from my target right now. This does the job. I don't need anything else. I don't need to put a $1,000 optic on it when I'm out here pleasure shooting at a paper target 25 yards away. So that's why I have this on there. Go ahead and hate in the comments if you want to, but I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple more through it, then we'll come back and talk about her a little bit more. She kicks just a little. Now you may be asking yourself, why does anybody need a 50 BMG? Well, the answer to that question is simple. No one does need a 50 BMG. But we want it. I want it. I wanted it. This was my second one. I initially bought an RN50 from Serbu, you know, the one that blew up for Kentucky Ballistics. And then after that one, I bought this one because I wanted something bigger. I no longer have my RN50. It has nothing to do with the accident. I did shoot it after finding out that Scott's blew up. I have full confidence in it. I just had to use the money from the RN50 to pay for this. So I have the BFG-50, and one day, I'll have the BFG-50A when I can afford it and when you guys start buying stuff using my links more often. The BFG-50 can be broken down to an extent. You can take the bolt out. There's a little screw right here. and you unscrew that, and it lifts this whole part back up. And then once that's up, I believe, I can't remember, I've only done it once, I believe you get access then to a screw to take off the lever here, and then you can go ahead and pull the entire bolt carrier assembly out the back of the gun. But it's not something you really need to take out. I mean, you can get access to do some oil work and kind of clean it out a little bit from the side, so you're probably not going to need to take this out except every maybe couple hundred rounds, and the odds are you're not going to even get to a couple hundred rounds with this thing. A lot of people buy these, enjoy them, keep them, sell them, because they are an investment. They hold their value. It's something that you can sell for what you paid for it, probably, because there is such a long wait for them. I think the wait right now is about 12 or 18 months for one of these. So if you get on Serbu's website and you want to buy one of these, you got to put your deposit down, and you're going to end up waiting for about 12 or 18 months before yours is ready. So these do hold their value, because you can go on Gunbroker and usually find them for about what you'd pay for them brand new. So it's something to consider. If you want to get one as an investment, it's going to hold its value. And I would recommend, if you want to get one, that you do get the tripod with it. I think the tripod was 175 or 185 when I got it. I can't remember exactly, but this is a pretty good tripod. There are others out there, but this one is made by Serbu for the BFG-50, so it's a pretty good tripod for the money. Adds to the value. So since I did do the 50 BAO video before this, I don't want to put too much stress on my shoulder. So I know I wanted to put about 10 or 15 through this today, but I've only put 4 so far. So I'm going to put another 2 or 3 through her, and then probably just call it a day. And with that, I'm done. Thanks for watching.